Hey guys, JD here from TradingView. I want to give a quick overview on how to get going with PropFirm Gideon for TradingView. So I recently was able to convert Gideon over to be used on the TradingView platform, and so he sits on there as a script. So TradingView has their platform locked down, so I can't like give you Gideon or PropFirm Gideon to download and upload. The way it works on TradingView is that I'm a vendor with them, and my PropFirm Gideon is on there. But like, let me show you to this right here. And PropFirm Gideon is right here, right, as a script on TradingView. But what they do is I have to give you access to use the script on the TradingView platform, and that's just how it's set up on TradingView. I have, that has nothing to do with me. Right, you guys are very familiar with TradingView. I personally don't even know how to use TradingView. I'm coming out to you right now. Somebody said that they can't use NinjaTrader in South Africa, I believe, or Africa. They asked me, could I convert PropFirm Gideon to TradingView? And since I'm the programmer and the coder of PropFirm Gideon, I was able to do so. So now we have a PropFirm Gideon version on TradingView. But I got to give you some heads up on things that you got to do to run it properly. First of all, you need I-coded Gideon to run on 1000 tick chart. And unfortunately with TradingView, they make you go to the premium version to unlock the tick charts. Listen, if you want the best results, you're gonna have to find a way to get on that tick chart. All right, so you're gonna have to pay the premium. Sometimes you got to get on the other side of that paywall to get the best results. Now again, I use 1000 tick charts, so I can't say that it's gonna be. It's not. I programmed it with 1000 tick charts, but the 1 minute chart probably is gonna be the most relative thing to use if you can't go with tick charts. But again, for best results, this is full disclosure, disclaimer. However, I'm supposed to say it. You might need to go with tick charts. Unfortunately, with TradingView, you're gonna have to upgrade to do that. But Gideon is there, right? So what happens is this: once you purchase PropFirm Gideon from a website, I'm gonna need you to come here to GideonLive.tech. All right, so you just come to GideonLive.tech, and what you do is you're gonna insert your email that you signed up with at my website and your TradingView username. Submit that information. My help desk team will receive it. Then we will add you to a customer list in TradingView that gives you access to the script. All right, so you get that email from us saying that you have access. Once you have access to the script, you just come back to TradingView. All right, so let's say you're right here at TradingView, and you pull up a chart. Now let's pull up, of course, the ES. All right, so this ES1 symbol is what PropFirm Gideon will run on, and again, it's on the minute chart. Go to ticks. You're gonna want to use tick charts. Here I use 1000 tick charts. All right. So this is what I suggest you trade on when you're using PropFirm Gideon. This may take a second to load up. All right, here we go. We're back now. So how do you add PropFirm Gideon to your chart? It's so simple, because once we activate your script, you just come to indicators. All right, my scripts, PropFirm Gideon to be sitting right here. Just add them to the chart. Boom, he's at it. All right, now that we have them added, all we have to do is come over here, PropFirm Gideon, hit the drop down, hit settings, and boom, these are all the settings that was in the NinjaTrader 8 UI. So with PropFirm Gideon, he is going to go out and attack these prop firms for us. He's gonna do all the math for us. He's gonna read the price action for us. He's gonna manage the trade for us. He's gonna make sure we don't hit the consistency rules for whatever prop firm you choose, which is why this delightful heavenly piece of software is called PropFirm Gideon. So let's just say we're going with Take Profit Trader. We got Traderify, Apex, TopStack, FundedX. Listen, if your prop firm is not here, I'm sure one of these fives is close to the requirements that your firm uses. So just get close enough and you can make adjustments. So let's just say we're gonna go with Take Profit 50K. Are we in evaluation or pro? You can make a decision right here. Let's say we're in evaluation. Hey, do we want to go smart scaling or max power? Be very smart for your max power. Mostly, you probably gonna never want to use that, right? Let's stick to smart scaling. But I'm gonna give you the option, right? I'm gonna give you the option. And then we come down. Here's the magic. Tighten trading structural levels. This is the thing. This is what makes PropFirm Gideon special, unique, different. He's not coded with any indicators. He's not an indicator. He's not a bot. He's coded with pure price action, my IoT protocol, auction market theory, and 17 years of experience to know how the big boys are playing. And so Gideon is an institutional grade execution engine who is prepared to take the world and the market and the banking system by storm. So you have to enter in your value area high numbers. Let's just go with today's, which is 7451.25 and 7403.75. This is the only thing that you have to do, right? Because it's a hybrid automation. It doesn't just run on autopilot. It's a trader's best friend tool. You tell him where the key entry levels are. These value area high levels, this is just your key entry points. This is the best place in trading to enter a trade, okay? You tell it where it's at. Then, hey, for those of you who work the 9 to 5 and have not been able to really get in the game, but you want to, here's your solution. You tell Gideon when to trade. Let's say I'm gonna be at work, but I want to start trading at 9. I'll just click use time filter. Hey, start at EST 9:30. All right, and at 15:45, that'll put me out before the PropFirm company say I gotta close out. Boom, there's your solution. If you've always wanted to trade but just can't be there, you can set this up the night before. All right, and boom, when 9 o'clock comes, you will get an alert to your, you'll get an alert to your Discord saying you're in a trade and you're all good. All right. Now, lastly, use the 75% strong candle. Yes. With my trading philosophy, for those of you who have followed me on YouTube and understand the IoT protocol, understand the rule of two, the market cycle, everything I've been teaching for years, none of that stuff matters. You can have a context, you can have a setup, but if you do not have a signal candle, you do not have a trade. So if you believe in that philosophy, you turn this use the 75% strong candle filter on so that if you don't get a strong signal candle, Gideon will not trigger that trade. All right. If you leave this off, you're going to get a lot more trades, but lower quality. Click this on to get the absolute highest possibility price action entry setup trade that we can find. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up. All right, that's how you use Gideon. After that, you just press OK. But that's how you get going with PropFirm Gideon and TradingView. So remember, after you purchase PropFirm Gideon, make sure you come back over to GideonLive.tech and submit the username that you signed up with on my website and that you purchased PropFirm Gideon with, and your TradingView username, and we will get you activated ASAP. All right, so till next time, my name is JD, and as always, I wish you increase on the sun. Bye-bye.